Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station. Hope all is well. We're going to come with a second game here. A doubleheader, it turns out to be. Our first game was start number 5 for Bob Gibson in our project here. And now Denny McLain will get start number 5. As Strat-O-Matic 1968, Denny McLain, the Detroit Tigers, versus the 2017 Colorado Rockies and John Gray. Denny McLain, 31-6, earned run average 1.96, striking out 280. And in the prior game, check it out, it was a great game. Bob Gibson, 22-9 in 68, with a 1.12 earned run average, with 268 strikeouts. They take on the 12 best major league teams of 2017, home and away for 24 starts. The teams were chosen by me. 10 of them are playoff teams, so those are obvious. And then I picked 2 more. So let's see how the year the pitcher does in 2017 in the Denny McLain Bob Gibson Challenge. The teams of 2017 that Gibson and McLain have already faced, they faced it away on the road. They have faced the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, and Cleveland Indians. They will now face Colorado Rockies, Houston Astros, Los Angeles Angels, Los Angeles Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers, Minnesota Twins, New York Yankees, and Washington Nationals. The first 12 games are on the road for the year of the pitcher, and then the next 12 will be at home. Alrighty, let's get to the ball game and roll some dice. Again, the Bob Gibson start number 5 is up on the channel if you want. Check that out later. It was a doozy. Alright, on the mound for the Colorado Rockies, John Gray, 10 wins, 4 losses, 3.67 earned run average. Struck out 112, walked 30. The Detroit Tigers lineup, which is salivating to start hitting the ball here at Coors Field as the ball flies out of here. Leading off, playing shortstop, Mickey Stanley. 259, 11 home runs, 60 RBIs. Stanley normally a center fielder, but we decided to play him at short to get pop in the lineup, as our shortstops don't hit their weight. Batting second, the designated hitter, Gates Brown. 370, 6 homers, 15 RBIs in a very limited 92 at-bats in 68. In this project, we use a DH because we want the best hitters to face the 2 best pitchers in 1968. Batting third, the right fielder, Al Kaline. 287, 10 homers, 52 runs driven in. Batting fourth, Willie Horton, 285, 36 homers, 85 runs driven in. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jim Northrup, 264, 21 homers, 90 runs driven in. Batting seventh, playing first base, Norm Cash, 263, 25 homers, 63 ribbies. Batting eighth, doing the catching, Bill Freehand, 263, 25 homers, 84 runs driven in. Batting eighth, playing third base because he is a 5R, so he hits right-handed pitching when he did get hits. Eddie Matthews, 212, 3 homers, 8 RBIs in 52 at-bats. And batting ninth, playing second base, the man who usually led off, but we're switching up the lineup here, Dick McCullough, 249, 16 homers, 56 runs batted in. So once again, Gray's on the mound. Behind the plate is Wolters, 3E1 minus 3 arm. At first base is Reynolds, 3E7. And LeMahieu is at second, 1E8. Story's at short, 2E14. Arenado's at third, 1E10. Parra's in left field, 2E3 with a minus 2 arm. Blackman's in center, 3E4 with a neutral arm of 0. And Gonzalez is in right, 2E4 with a minus 3 arm. And let's get to the first pitch. in the ball game. So Mickey Stanley to lead off in the project. He's batting .357, no homers, no RBIs. He struck out twice. Stanley looking for the 5-1 column. The windup and the pitch from John Gray, and here's the ball game. It's on its way. And that is a 5-6. This could be good for Stanley right off the bat, a 5-6 off John Gray. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Spoke too soon. And 1 out, no one on for Gates Brown. Brown batting .333 with a home run and a ribby. He's walked 3 times and struck out 3 times. Left-handed power bat. Walters sets the target. Here's the pitch to Gates Brown. And that is a 5-8. 5-8 to Brown. And that is a 20. So Gates Brown's hot hitting will continue as he singles hard to right field. So 1 out, 1 on. Reynolds playing behind Brown. Only a 5% chance of stealing. Good base runner, though, 1 through 14. Al Kaline batting .571 with an RBI. He's walked 4 times, struck out none. He does have 2 doubles. John Gray deals to Al Kaline. 1 out, 1 on. And the pitch to Kaline is a 2-8. And this could be good for Kaline. It's his column. 2-8 to Al Kaline. And Kaline works a walk, doesn't chase. So Brown moves up to second. So 1 out, 2 on for Willie Horton. And Horton is batting .267, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. He has walked twice, struck out 6 times. Chance to get RBI number 5. Rockies looking for a double play ball here. Walters sets the target. The windup, the pitch from John Gray to Horton. And he deals a 4-5. This will be off the Gray card, 4-5. Can he induce a double play ball? Strike 3 looking. Got him on the curve. Froze him. So 2 on, 2 outs. Both outs were strikeouts. And here's Jim Northrup. Northrup has struggled. 133, struck out 7 times and only has 1 ribby. He'd love to grip and rip and get a 3-run homer here at Coors Field. Northrup awaits the John Gray offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. And it will be a 2-6 to Northrup. Off the Northrup card, but not one of his columns. 2-6 to Jim Northrup. Hard ground ball to Reynolds at first. He'll take it to the bag himself. Side retired. Tigers strand 2. Go to the bottom of the first. Due up for the Rockies. I said the Cardinals. The Tigers strand 2. I just did the Cardinals game. All right, leading off for the Colorado Rockies, J.D. LeMahieu. And 310, 8 homers, 64 ribbies. And he's playing second base. Batting second, the first baseman, Mark Reynolds. .267, 30 homers, 97 RBIs. Batting third, the center fielder, Charlie Blackmon. .331, 37 homers, and 104 RBIs. That beard looks itchy. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. .309, 37 homers, 130 ribbies. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Gerardo Parra. .309, 10 homers, 71 RBIs. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Trevor Story. .239, 24 homers, 82 ribbies. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Ramel Tapia. .288, 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. Batting 8th, the right fielder Carlos Gonzalez, 262, 14 homers, 57 runs batted in. And batting 9th, doing the catching, Tony Wolters, 240, no homers, 16 ribbies. On the mound, they faced Denny McLain, and in the year of the pitcher, 31-6, 1.96 earned run average, striking out 280. In this project, Denny McLain is 3-1, as he won his first 2 starts, lost his third, and then won his fourth. His last one being a shutout. So in his first game, he gave up 3 runs, got the win. 4 runs in the second game, got the win. Then pitched better than the first 2 games. Only 2 earned runs. He got the loss as he was out-dueled. I believe that was Kluber for the Indians who beat him. And in his last start, he won the shutout victory. He's gone 9 innings, 6 innings, 9, oh, those are Ks, 9, 6, 9, 9 innings, 9, 7 2/3, 8, and 9 innings. Behind the plate, freehand, 1E8 minus 2 arm. Cash is at first, 2E12. McCullough is at second, 2E10. Stanley's at short, 2E44. And Matthews is at third, 4E26. Willie Horton's in left, 4E7 minus 2 arm. Northrup's in center, 3E8 minus 1 arm. And Al Kaline's in right, 1E7 with a -3 arm. So LeMahieu is at the plate. And Denny McLain's ready. The windup and the pitch to LeMahieu. And that is a 3-5. And this is a LeMahieu column. And that's a 20. So LeMahieu will greet Denny McLain with a leadoff single into left past the dive of Stanley at short. Cash is holding on LeMahieu, 1 through 14 base runner, 55% chance of stealing. He's not, oh, there's the pitch. And that ball gets away from Freehand. It's going to be a pass ball. And advancing into scoring position is LeMahieu. So Reynolds has an early RBI opportunity. Reynolds looking for the 2-4 column. Denny McLain deals. Here's the pitch. And that is a 3-9 to Reynolds. 3-9 off the Reynolds card. Not one of his columns, though. Strike 3 swinging. So McLain gets his revenge on the pass ball. So 1 out, runner at second. For the wildling beyond the wall, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, Charlie Blackmon. Blackmon looking for the 1-4 column. Big boom bat here, in the words of Bruce Campbell. Here's the pitch to Blackmon. Runner at second, 1 out, and that is a 1-9, and this is a Blackmon column, 1-9. Will he do damage? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Denny McLain is the one doing damage. So 2 outs. LeMahieu's at second. He'll be off on contact. And here comes Nolan Ariando. 37 homers with a .350 batting average last year. He's looking for the 1-4 column. Rockies don't want to squander this opportunity. McLain, he's ready to work. He sets and deals to Arenado. And that is a 6-6. This will be off the Denny McLain card. And guess what that is, folks? Rinse and repeat, strike 3, side retired. So after the leadoff single, the pass ball, Denny McLain strikes out 3. We go to the top of the second, scoreless here at Coors Field. Due up for the Tigers, Cash, Freehand, and Matthews. What a tremendous start for Denny McLain. Cash batting 154, a home run and a ribby in the project. Left-handed batter facing John Gray. Here's the pitch from Gray to Cash, and that is a 5-12 to Cash. Good Cash column, 5-12. This will be a ground ball to Arenado. Solid defender there, and that is a 19. So that's a G1. He gets the ball. Now can he make an accurate throw to first? We shall see. And that is a 13. And that's an unlucky number, folks. Let me make sure I did that right. 9 and 4 is 13. So Arenado will make the throw, and it's in the dirt. Reynolds can't scoop it, and Nash will reach on the E5. So corners move in to protect against the sacrifice bunt. Bill Freehand is a B bunter, and he's batting 200 in the project. He does have 3 ribbies, 1 double. He's going to be swinging away, though. It's Coors Field. We're not bunting. Gray deals to Freehand. The pitch is a 4-7. 4-7. Can you get a double play ball here? 4-7 to Freehand. Strike 3 looking. Another strikeout for John Gray. So 1 out, 1 on. And here's Eddie Matthews. He's in the lineup because he hits righties really hard for the few times and few at-bats he had in 68. Reynolds holding cash on. Here's the pitch. And it's a wild pitch. Walters can't corral it, and down into scoring position at second base goes Cash. So Matthews has an RBI opportunity here. And again, he's batting .250, and he does have 2 ribbies, a double. He hasn't struck out. Looking for RBI number 3. The windup and the pitch to Eddie Matthews from Gray. And it is a 5-10. And again, this is an Eddie Matthews column, 5-10. Will he show the manager that he was the right decision to start him? And he does. That's a single up the middle. And Cash will hold up at third, so runners on the corners. Eddie Matthews proving the manager was correct. And here comes Dick McCullough, the second baseman, batting 9th. He has struggled. He's only batting 111, no ribbies, no home runs. He struck out 5 times. He's a C bunter. Arenado and Reynolds are playing in at the corners to protect against the squeeze. McCullough looking for the 2-5 column. John Gray's ready to work. Walter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Dick McCullough. 1 out. Runners on the corners, and that's a 6-3. 6-3. Will this be a double play ball to end the inning for the Rockies? It will not. It is a fly ball out to left field, and Parra. And here is a 2. And Parra will make a diving attempt at this ball. And that's a 10. So McCullough sends the ball out. A sinking line drive to shallow left. Parra makes a dive, can't come up with it, and that's going to be a single. Cash scores from third. Matthews goes first to third. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. So a valiant diving attempt by the left fielder Parra, but it comes up short. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Chance to build on it. Top of the order, Mickey Stanley, he's 0 for 1. And he's looking for his first RBI of the project. McCullough at first, Matthews at third. Gray deals to Stanley, looking for the double play ball. And the pitch is a 4-6. 4-6 to Stanley. This will be off the John Gray card, 4-6. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at the knee, cheese. 2 down, another strikeout for Gray. And now bring up Gates Brown. He singled his first time up. Brown now batting .429 in the project. Runners will be off on contact. Brown digs in. Gray gets a sign from Walters. The windup, the pitch. And it is a 3-9 to Gates Brown. And again, he hits his column. Will Gates Brown continue to deliver? He has an opportunity here. And he will. That's a 3. So Brown singles up the middle. Matthews scores from third. And McCullough is held at second. 2-0 Tigers. So Gates Brown has been in fuego as his batting average continues to go up, up, and away like a beautiful balloon. Al Kaline steps to the plate, 2 outs, 2 on. McAuliffe at second, Brown at first. Kaline walked his first at bat. The windup and the pitch to Al Kaline from John Gray, and that is a 3-5 to Kaline. 3-5. There go the runners. Ground ball to second. LeMahieu backhands it, throws to first, side retired, but the Tigers strike for 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Detroit. Due up for the Colorado Rockies. Parra, Story, and Tapia. Parra made that valiant diving effort, but McAuliffe got that RBI single with 1 out to start off the scoring. Gates Brown would knock in the second run. Denny McLain struck out the side after giving up a single and then a passed ball. Or wild pitch. I can't remember. So here's Parra. The pitch for McLain. And that is a 6-3 to Parra. And tough to live off the McLain card. 6-3. Especially that 6 column. That's going to be a fly ball out to Horton. This could be a really good result. Horton has very poor range. 11 and under is a hit. And that is an 11. So Horton will not get to that sinking line drive. Error check is a 5. And now it's a rare play. Oh boy, this could be an inside the park home run. And that ball's going to, let's see if Horton can smother it. Oh, wow. So the sinking line drive, Horton does not make the catch on the dive, but he quickly recovers, and Parra strayed too far around the first base bag. Horton fires a strike to Cash, who tags him out. So it's a single and then a 7-3 putout. Wow. What a faux pas of a base running blunder there. So instead of having a runner on with no outs, there's 1 out and bases are empty. And stepping to the plate is Trevor Story. And the crowd's still in shock here. So Story looking for the 1-4 column as McLain tips his cap to his his left fielder. McLain gets the target from freehand. Here's the pitch to Story. Will he have a story to tell his grandkids? We shall see. 5-6. This will be off the Denny McLain card. Not a Story column, though. 5-6. Swing and a miss! Strike 3. Another fastball blown by a Rocky hitter. Another strikeout for Denny McLain. I believe that is 4. And it is. So 2 outs, base is empty. And Ramiel Tapia steps to the plate. Tapia batted .288 and limited at-bats with 2 home runs. Freehand sets the target. McLain nods his head. The windup to pitch to Tapia. And Tapia gets a 4-4. And it's a Tapia column. Will he extend the inning? This play will be for Freehand, the catcher, and that's an 11. Freehand throws off his mask as this is a pop-up. Will he make the play? And that is an 11. And Freehand will make the catch. Side retired. So Parra and the Rockies run themselves out of an inning after he singled but was thrown out by Horton from left field. And here he's coming to the plate is Horton. As Parra rounded the base way too far and realized he was not going to get the second as Horton smothered the ball. And he came up throwing and Cash applied the tag. Willie Horton's 0 for 1 today off John Gray. And Gray has 4 strikeouts. Looking for his 5th. He deals to Horton. And Horton gets a 4-6. 4-6 to Willie Horton. And John Gray gets strikeout number 5. Swing and a miss. So 1 up, 1 down. Jim Northrup's 0 for 1. His struggles continue. Walters goes through the signs. Gray nods his head. He rocks and fires to Northrup, and Northrup will get a 410. He's still unlucky. Not one of his columns, 410. And that's a fly ball deep to center field. Blackman going back and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for Norm Cash. Cash is 0 for 1. He did score a run. Gray looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. Here's the pitch to Norm Cash. Cash gets a 4-11. And again, this is off the Gray card. 4-11 for Norm Cash. Cash has a possibility of a single here. And that is a 7. I believe this is a hit. Cash sends a bouncing ball up the middle and through. A 2-out single keeps the inning alive for the catcher, Bill Freehand. Freehand's 0 for 1. He did have 25 home runs in the year of the pitcher, and the ball leaves Coors Field like a launch pad. Cash will be off on contact with 2 outs. Gray nods his head. The windup to pitch to Bill Freehand, and Freehand gets a 3-7. This will be off the Freehand card, but not one of his columns. 3-7. And it's a slough liner to Arenado at third. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Tigers. Due up for the Rockies, Gonzalez, Walters, in the top of the order, LeMahieu. Gonzalez digs in that left-hander's batter's box. McLain's ready to work. He deals. There's the pitch to Gonzalez. It is a 6-8. 6-8 to Carlos Gonzalez. And it's a fly ball out to center. Northrup waits for it to come down. Squeezes a glove. 1 away. Tony Walters, the catcher, steps to the plate. 240, no home runs in 2017. McLain's ready. Freehand sets the target. Here's the pitch to Walters. And it is a 2-10. 2-10 off the Walters card. And Walters singles up the middle. So 1 out, 1 on. Tying run comes to the plate. The leadoff batter, DJ LeMahieu. He's 1 for 1. McLain wants to induce a double play ball here. Stanley McCullough pinched the middle. LeMahieu's ready. He awaits the pitch from McLain. Here it comes, homeward bound. And it is a 1-10. 1-10 to LeMahieu. And the Tigers turn 2. Ground ball to first. Cash up with it, throws to Stanley. The relay throw not in time. LeMahieu beats it out, so they get the middle runner, the lead runner. And now there's 2 outs, and the very dangerous Mark Reynolds steps to the plate. He had 30 home runs in 2017. Struck out his first time up. McLain has 4 strikeouts so far. Looking for number 5. If he gets it, ends the inning. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. And it's a 3-11. 3-11 off the Reynolds card. There goes the runner. And it's a ground ball to Cash. He'll flip to McLain covering the bag. Side retired. We go to the top of the 4th. 2-0 Tigers. Eddie Matthews steps to the plate. He is 1 for 1 and scored a run. Now batting 400 in this project. Gray toes the rubber. Gets the sign. He deals to Eddie Matthews. Matthews looking for his second hit, and it is a 4-9. This is off the John Gray card, 4-9. And Matthews singles up the middle. He gets his second hit as he leads off the top of the 4th in fashion. They're playing behind Matthews, not really a base stealer. Corners do move in. As Arenado's in at third, Reynolds in at first to protect against the sacrifice bunt. McCullough had a sinking line drive that Parra couldn't catch with 1 out, and it knocked in the runner from third. And he's going to top of the order. Stanley's coming up. Let's just check out the bunt here. 72% chance. of success. And we're going to move him over. Here's the pitch. McCullough squares. He puts the bunt down. And he only plays the first. So McCullough does his job. 1 out, but Matthews in scoring position for Mickey Stanley. Stanley normally a center fielder, but we've played him at short for 2 games, trying to get more pop in the lineup. He's 0 for 2 today. Chance for a ribby. Gray looks over his shoulder. Now in at the plate, nods his head. The windup, the pitch to Stanley, and Stanley will get a 3-7. A 3-7 to Stanley. Yeah, it's a ground ball to Story. He comes up with it. Looks Matthews back. Throws to first for out number 2. So 2 outs. Matthews at second for Gates Brown. And Brown has been tremendous in this project. He's batting .500, 1 homer, 2 RBIs. He's knocked one in today. He's 2 for 2. Looking to go 3 for 3 and get another ribby. Gray. Ready to work. He deals to Brown. Here's the pitch to Gates. And it is a 6-4. So this will be up the Gray card. They might retire Gates Brown. 6-4. And it's a ground ball to Story. A 1 or a 2, and he gets his 3rd hit. And it's a 13. So that's a G1. Story comes up with it. Can he make the accurate throw to first? Now that's the question. And it is a 7. And he does. So Story will throw out Brown at first. And the side is retired. Matthews is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Tigers. Due up for the Colorado Rockies. Blackman, Arenado, and Parra to face Denny McLain. McLain 3 innings so far. 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Blackman's 0 for 1, digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Here's the pitch for McLain. And it is a 5-6. Not a Blackman column, 5-6. Strike 3 looking, got him on the curveball. That's strikeout number 5 for McLain. No balls flying out of Coors Field so far tonight. And here comes Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. Third baseman did have 37 homers last year, though. McLain works quickly to Arenado, and that is a 4-6. It's an Arenado column. 4-6. Will we see a ball fly out? And that's a 15. So Arenado will single to left. Horton cuts it off. So 1 out, 1 on. Tying run comes to the plate in Gerardo Parra. Again, he's 1 for 1. He singled. And then was thrown out by Horton when he rounded first base too far. Horton made a dive. Quickly got up after he smothered the ball and fired to Cash, who tagged Arenado out. Wants to make up for that base running blunder. Tigers looking to turn 2 up the middle with Stanley and McCullough. Here's the pitch to Parra. Arenado's at first, 1 out. And that is a 1-10. 1-10. It's off the Parra card. 1-10. And that is a foul out on the third base line. Matthews squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 outs. Arenado will be off on contact. And Trevor Story comes to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He struck out in his first appearance against McLain. McLain has 5 strikeouts, looking for number 6. He'd love to get Story for a second time. He rocks and fires. And that is a 4-6 to Story. It's a Story column. Will it be a storybook ending? 4-6. And 20-sided dice roll is a 12. And Story singles to left. Arenado hits second base and is held up. So 2 outs, 2 on. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate. And it is Ramil Tapia. He is 0 for 1. Left-handed batter. He's in there because he hits righties pretty good. So McLain in a bit of a pickle here. Runners will be off on contact. Freehand sets the target. Here's the pitch to Tapia. And it is a 5-12. Can McLain get out of the jam here? 5-12 to Tapia. Ground ball to Cash at first. It is a 6. So that's a G2 number sign. Can he get to the ball? That's the question. And that is a 10. There goes the runners. Cash goes to the hole. He makes a dive. And he throws to McLain, covering the bag, saving a base hit and an RBI. Side retired. What a play by Norm Cash. We go to the top of the 5th. 2-0 Tigers. Due up for Detroit, Kaline, Horton, and Northrup. Wow, nice play by Norm Cash. So here's Al Kaline. He's 0 for 1. He has walked. Kaline batting .533 in the project against the teams from 2017. He awaits the gray offering. Here's the pitch. Kaline gets a 2-6. It's a Kaline column. Will Kaline keep his hot hitting alive? 2-6. And it's a 2. So Al Kaline will split Power and Blackman as this ball goes to left center field and gets down and grabs some wall. Kaline cruises into second with a leadoff double. And here's Willie Horton. Horton's 0 for 2, looking for his 3rd homer. And 5th and 6th RBIs. His average with the 0 and 2 has dropped down to 235. Horton at least wants to hit something to the right side here. And that's it. They have taken out Gray. And here comes Chris Rusin. And so Gray's day is done. He's responsible for Kaline at second. He did not pitch bad. We'll give you his numbers in a moment. So Chris Rusin comes in the game. He's 5 wins, 1 losses in 2017. 2.65 earned run average with 2 saves. Quickly go to Gray. Gray's number, he only lasted 4 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. They weren't earned because there was an error. 1 walk, struck out 5. And here's Willie Horton to face Rusin. So it's a lefty-righty matchup, and Horton hits lefties out of 3L, so he hits them pretty good. The windup and the pitch from Chris Rusin. And Horton gets a 6-8. 6-8 to Willie Horton. And that's a fly ball to right field B. Gonzalez goes back at the track, makes the catch. Kaline is going to attempt to tag up here. 1 through 13 he is safe. 14 through 19 he must hold. 20 he is out. We're going to try it. And we need a low roll. It is a 9, so he will tag up and he'll be safe at third. So Horton does hit the ball to the right side in the outfield and deep enough for Kaline to tag. 1 out. Kaline's at third. Infield moves in for the Rockies. And here is Jim Northrup, and to say he is struggling is an understatement. 118 with 1 ribby, and he struck out 7 times. He needs to get this ball deep to the outfield that will score Kaline, or past the drawn-in infield. Rusin has a word with Walters, the catcher. Walters now back behind the plate. The windup and the pitch to Jim Northrup. Can he finally come through? Northrup gets a 4-5, and again, he does not get his column. 4-5, he's hoping for a productive out that will score a run here. 4-5. And that's a ground ball to the second baseman. And LeMahieu looks the runner back and throws to Reynolds at first for the out. So Northrup's struggles continue. 2 outs, and here's Norm Cash, the first baseman, 1 for 2 with a run scored. He's looking for his second RBI of the project. Kaline takes his lead from third. Rusin takes a peek over there. Now looks in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Cash. And Cash gets a 3-9, and it's a Cash column. Will it be a Cash cow? A 3-9 to Norm Cash. And Cash has a shot here. The ball travels well at Coors Field, and it's a 12. As Cash drives this ball deep. to right field. Gonzalez starts to go back, and then he just looks up. That ball is gone. Norm Cash crushes it for a 2-run homer, and it's now 4-0 Tigers. That's the first ball we see float out of here, and we'll probably see many more. So 2 outs, 4-0 Tigers. Here's Bill Freehan. Will they go back-to-back jacks? Freehan 0 for 2, but did have 25 home runs in 68. He awaits the Rusin offering. Here's the pitch. And Freehan gets a 5-7. 5-7 to Freehan. And Freehan will single up the middle. So Rusin does not spell relief. And here's Eddie Matthews. Matthews is 2 for 2 with a run scored. But Matthews does that off righties. But he's 2 for 2. We're going to give him an at-bat. He had 2 hits and a run scored. 2 outs. Freehan will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Eddie Matthews. Can he go 3 for 3 and get a rare hit off a lefty? And he has a 3-2. 3-2. And you know what? He works a walk, so he's on base once again. Matthews has proven he belongs in this lineup in this project. So 2 outs, 2 on, first and second. For Dick McCullough, the number 9 batter, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Runners will be off on contact. Walters wiggles the fingers, and a new pitcher comes in again for the Rockies as Rusin is roughed up and gone. It is Scott Oberg. Let's give you Oberg's numbers. No wins, 1 loss, 4.94 earned run average. In 58 innings pitched, struck out 55, walked 24. Gave up 4 gopher balls. His warm-up tosses are done. Walters has a quick word with him back behind the plate. He sets the target. Here's the pitch to Dick McCullough. 2 outs, 2 on, 4-0 Tigers. Looking to add to that. Runners off on contact. It is a 3-11. 3-11 to McCullough. It's off his card, not his column, though. 3-11. And that'll be a ground ball to Reynolds. He'll flip to Oberg covering the bag. Side retired. But the Tigers get 2 more on the Norm Cash homer. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-0 Detroit. Due up for Colorado. They got to get their bats going here. Gonzalez, Walters, and LeMahieu. Carlos Gonzalez 0 for 1 off Denny McLain. McLain's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. And it is a 3-11 to Gonzalez. 3-11 to Carlos Gonzalez. And that's a ground ball to Cash. He'll flip to Denny McLain covering for 1 away. Here's the catcher, Tony Walters, He singled in his first at-bat. Looking to get another hit. McLain deals to Walters. And Walters gets a 2-12. 2-12 to Walters. And that's a line out. Nice play by McCullough at second. He snared that line drive. 1 step and a leap. Tigers throw the ball around the infield. 2 outs, base is empty. Leadoff batter, DJ LeMahieu. He's 1 for 2. McLain rocks and fires to LeMahieu, and it is a 5-6. 5-6. Strike 3 looking. He got him with the curveball. Side retired. We go to the top of the 6th. 4-0 Tigers as Denny McLain is shutting out the Rockies here at Coors Field where the ball launches. Due up for the Tigers, top of the order, Stanley, Brown, and Kaline. Corners move in to protect against the bunt base hit. Stanley's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Oberg to Stanley. And Stanley gets a 6-4. This is off the Oberg card, 6-4. And that's a fly ball out to center field. And that is a 19. So that's an F3. So on the run is Blackman. Let's see if he can make the catch now. And that is a 13. So fly ball to Blackman. He's on the run in the gap. Reaches up. And he makes the juggling catch. Nice play. 1 down. Gates Brown steps to the plate. Brown 2 for 3 with 1 RBI, batting .444. Righty-lefty matchup. The windup and the pitch from Oberg. And Brown gets a 4-5. Could they retire Brown? 4-5 to Gates Brown. And that's a hard hit ball to LeMahieu. He throws to Reynolds at first, 2 down. So bases empty, 2 outs for Al Kaline. Kaline's 1 for 2. He has a double. He awaits the Oberg offering. Here's the pitch. And Kaline gets a 5-6. This will be off the Oberg card, 5-6. And swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Rockies have to get busy. They trail by 4. 68 Tigers 4, the 2017 Rockies nothing. Denny McLain will face Reynolds, Blackman, and Arenado. Reynolds is 0 for 2. A lot of pop in these 3 batters. McLain has given up some gopher balls in his first 4 outings and some deep fly balls. Here's the pitch from McLain to Reynolds, and that is a 4-5. And this is a Reynolds column. Will he lift one up, and away? 4-5 to Mark Reynolds. And he's going to drive this ball, and that ball is gone. Reynolds crushes it, as that's a 1. And Denny McLain gives up another no-doubter gopher ball, as Horton and Northrop just turn and watch. McLain just hangs his head. And it's now 4-1. And here comes Charlie Blackman, 0 for 2, but he has 37 homers. And on deck is Arenado with 37 homers. So can they go back-to-back, then back-to-back? McLain wants to stop it right here. Here's the pitch to Blackman. It is a 4-6 to Blackman, and this is off the Blackman column, but the McLain card, 4-6. And he has a chance for a big hit here, and that's a 7. So Blackman sends that ball deep to center field. Northrop on the run at the wall. He leaps, he makes the catch, and he bangs into the wall. What ground covered by Northrop. Unbelievable play. 1 away. Rob Blackman of extra base hit. And now bring up Nolan Arenado. He's 1 for 2. 4-1 Tigers. Can Arenado go yard here at the launching pad? McLain kicks and deals to Arenado. The pitch is a 2-10. 2-10. And Arenado will single up the middle. So 1 out, 1 on for Parra. He's 1 for 2. Had a single but was thrown out as he rounded first base too far. Horton threw to Cash. Cash applied the tag. Parra wants to make up for that faux pas. Cash holding on Arenado. Tigers want to turn 2 up the middle. Here's the pitch from McLain to Parra. And Parra will get a 4-5. And it's a Parra column. 4-5 off the McLain card. Will it produce? Oh my lord. It sure will. That's a 7. We have ourselves a ball game, folks. As the gopher ball haunts Denny McLain once again, as Parra drives his ball to right center field. Kaline takes 2 steps, looks up, and that ball's gone, and it's now 4-3. Denny McLain gives up another gopher ball in this project. I believe that is 5 gopher balls. And it's 4-3, 1 out, and here's Trevor Story. So McLain gives up a solo shot and a 2-run homer. Story, he had 24 home runs. If he hits 1 yard, we have a tie ball game. Freehan goes out to have a word to the beleaguered Denny McLain. Coors Field, again, a launching pad. Here's the pitch to Story as Freehan back behind the plate. And it is a 3-6 to Story. McLain looking for some relief here on the 3-6. And he gets it with a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs, base is empty, 4-3, as Colorado Rockies have struck back like the Empire with a solo blast and a 2-run homer. Here's Raimel Tapia. He is 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch from Denny McLain. Tapia gets a 6-11. This should end the inning, 6-11 to Tapia. And it's a fly ball to K-line, and that is a 17. That's an F3, so K-line's on the run. Has a beat on the ball. Error check is an 11. So K-line will make the running catch, and the side will be retired as he makes it right in front of the warning track. Colorado gets 3. Again, the solo shot and the 2-run blast. It's now 4-3. We go to the top of the 7th. We have a ball game, folks. And Scott Oberg is back out on the hill for the Rockies. And he'll have to deal with Horton, Northrup, and Cash. Horton's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Willie Horton. And Oberg deals a 3-9. This is off the Horton card. Can he take revenge for those 2 home runs by the Rockies? 3-9. No, he cannot. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Way out in front of the off-speed pitch. 1 up, 1 down. Jim Northrup, again, struggling, scuffling, however you want to put it. He has not been good at the plate. He's 0 for 3 today, only batting 111. Northrup does have pop in that bat. The right-hander Oberg deals to the left-handed batting Northrup. Northrup gets a 6-8, and it's a Northrup column off the Oberg card. Will he finally produce a big hit? 6-8. And that's an 11. An 11, and Northrup will have a single as he singles up the middle. So 1 out, 1 on. Norm Cash comes to play 2 for 3 with a home run and 3 ribbies. He's now batting .250 in the project. 2 home runs. Story and LeMahieu pinch the middle, looking to turn 2. Oberg takes a peek at first. Reynolds is playing behind Northrup, though. And now here's the windup and the pitch to Cash. Tigers have a 1-run lead, and it is a 4-7. This will be off the Oberg card, 4-7, hoping to turn 2 and get out of this inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another Tiger batter fooled by an off-speed pitch. So 2 outs. Northrup's at first. He'll be off on contact, 4-3. Top of the 7th. And here's Bill Freehand. Freehand is 1 for 3. He awaits the Oberg offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. Freehand gets a 2-4. And this is a Freehand column, 2-4. And that's a fly ball to right. Gonzalez is there, and he makes the catch as Freehand trying to go the other way. Side retired. Trivia question. Where did the Pittsburgh Pirates play their home games prior to moving to Three Rivers Stadium? Oh, it was, it wasn't Scheid Park. Oh, what was it? Oh, I can see it because I have the stadium in Action PC Baseball, the picture of it. It's not Scheid Park. It's going to kill me. So let's click on the answer. Forbes Field. I knew that. And before we start the bottom of the 7th, we'll play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, my rendition. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root for my home team. If they lose, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. So Denny McLain back out on the hill after giving up 2 gopher balls in the bottom of the 6th, 4-3 lead. McLain has gone 6 innings, 3 runs, all of them earned, 8 hits, and he struck out 7, walked none. He will face Gonzalez, Walters in the top of the order, LeMahieu. Gonzalez is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch from McLain, and that is a 2-8. 2-8. Hard hit ball to Stanley at short. He fields it, throws to Cash, 1 away. Here's Tony Walters. He's 1 for 2. He has a single. Left-handed batter. Here's McLain with the offering to Walters. And Walters gets a 3-6. And this is a Walters column. He's looking for a second hit, maybe more. 3-6. Hard hit ball up the middle. McLain snags it and tosses it to Cash at first. 2 up, 2 down. Nice play by Denny McLain. Top of the order now, DJ LeMahieu. He is 1 for 3. He has struck out once against McLain. McLain looking for his 8th strikeout here. LeMahieu looking to extend the inning. Freehand sets the target. McLain nods his head. The windup, the pitch to LeMahieu. And it is a 3-9 to DJ. And this is a LeMahieu column, 3-9. Will it do damage? 3-9. It's a fly ball out to Horton and left. Horton comes in and makes the catch. Side retired. No gopher balls that inning for Denny McLain after giving up 2 in the 6th. We go to the top of the 8th. The Tigers cling to a 4-3 lead here at the launching pad, Coors Field. Due up for the Tigers, Matthews, McCullough, and the top of the order, Stanley. Eddie Matthews is 2 for 2. He's also walked once and scored a run. Scott Orberg back on the hill. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Matthews. And Matthews gets a 2-6. This is not a Matthews column, but it is on his card, 2-6. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He wishes it wasn't on his card, so Matthews finally doesn't reach base. 1 out, and here comes the number 9 batter, Dick McCullough, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Oberg sets and deals to McCullough, and that is a 5-6. This is off the Oberg card, 5-6. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A plethora of strikeouts in this game for both teams. So 2 up, 2 down via the K. Top of the order, Mickey Stanley. He is 0 for 4, and he struck out twice today. He's trying to avoid the hat trick. Oberg deals quickly to Stanley. Looking to get him for a 3rd time via the K, and that is a 2-12. So this is off the Stanley card, 2-12, but not his column. 2-12. Line drive to LeMahieu. He leaps, makes the catch, side retired. Go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Tigers. Bullpen action up. McLain will face Reynolds, Blackman, and Arenado. If anyone gets on, Parra. Reynolds 1 for 3 with a homer. McLain says he wants to stay in there. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. It's a 2-9. This is a Reynolds column. Can he go yard again and tie this ball game up off Denny McLain? No, he stays in the ballpark. It's a single to left. And here's Blackman. Blackman's 0 for 3. The center fielder did hit 37 home runs. McLain's got him 3 times. He'll try to induce a double play ball here. Reynolds at first, being held on by Cash. Here's the pitch to Blackman from Denny McLain. That is a 4-6. Oh boy, this is a Blackman column. This could be it for Denny McLain. 4-6. Slight chance of a triple. And he gets it. He needed a 1, and he got a 1. Unbelievable. This is a tie ball game, folks. So Reynolds triples to the right center field gap. Blackman triples the right center field gap. Reynolds comes all the way around to score. It's a 4-4 ball game, and that could be the day for Denny McLain as Nolan Ariando comes to the plate, and he's 2 for 3 with a run scored, and that's it for Denny McLain. He can't win it. He can only possibly lose it as he's responsible for Blackman at 3rd. So McLain does not have a good outing here at Coors. He gives up 2 gopher balls, 4 runs, possibly a 5th, as again he's responsible for Blackman at 3rd. We'll go to our bullpen here. What a clutch triple by Blackman. Arenado's a righty and very tough on lefties. So we're not bringing it. Oh, God, our best. Hiller's our best reliever. He's not coming in. Arenado is a 9L off lefties. Dobson. So they have righty, lefty, righty. Dobson's going to come in the game for Denny McLain. Let's quickly give you McLain's numbers. Again, he's responsible for the runner at third. McLain, 7 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 7, gave up 2 home runs. The Rockies have used 3 pitchers to keep it a tie ball game. No sense in giving you any of their numbers. None of them were stellar. Actually, Gray wasn't too bad in the start. All right, infield in. Dobson's done with his warm-up tosses. Pat Dobson, 5 and 8 with 7 saves, 2.66 earned run average. Struck out 93, walked 48, gave up 13 gopher balls. They're looking for a strikeout here. Dobson deals to Arenado, who's 2 for 3 with a run scored, and it is a 4-7. This will be off the Dobson card and not an Arenado column. So 4-7 to Arenado. Runner at third is Blackman, 1 out. And there's the big strikeout, swing and a miss. So Dobson got the strikeout. Now there's, now there's 1 out. There are no outs, Infield still pulled in. And here comes Gerardo Parra, 2 for 3 with a homer. And he's tougher on lefties. Again, Blackman takes a little lead. Infield pulled in for the Tigers. 4-4 ball game, 1 out. The windup and the pitch from Dobson to Parra. And it is a 5-8. This will be off the Dobson card, 5-8, trying to keep it a tie ball game here. Oh boy, that's a 20. And I think this will be deep enough to score the run. As Parra sends that ball deep to center field. Northrup going back at the track. He makes the catch, and scoring from third on the sac fly is Blackman. It's now 5-4, so McLain is in line for a loss unless the Tigers rally. Hello, Ken Castro. We've got a doozy here at Coors Field. Denny McLain has pooped the bed. He's in line for a loss. He's given up 5 runs. He's out of the ball game. So 2 outs. Tigers are guarding the lines with Matthews at third and Cash at first. And here comes Trevor Story. He's 1 for 3. Dobson looking to get his third batter of this inning. Here's the pitch to Story. Will it be a storybook ending for the youngster? And it is a 5-10, and it's a story column. Could be a storybook ending. 5-10. This is off the Dobson card. And you know what? He just singled up the middle. Keeps the inning alive. So hit him where there ain't. Guarding the lines, Story goes up the middle. 70% chance of stealing with Tapia at the plate. And he can't get the lead. Good job by Dobson and Cash to hold him on. Now Dobson's attention goes to Tapia. Tapia's 0 for 3. He sets and deals to Tapia. And that is a 4-5. And it's a Tapia column. Will Tiger pitching continue to crumble? So that's a 4-5. Runner is off on contact with 2 outs at first. 4-5. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that retires a side, but the Rockies score 2 and take the lead 5-4. We go to the top of the 9th. Oberg is out, and he is in line for a win. Here comes Greg Holland for the Rockies, trying to save the game here. Holland, 3 wins, 6 losses, 41 saves, so he was quite a closer. Struck out 70, walked 26. He'll have to get through Gates, Brown, Al Kaline, and Willie Horton. And he is death on left-handers, as he is a 7L. But Brown in the projects batting 400. He's had quite good luck. Let's just take a look at Brown's card. And off lefties, 2 and 3, he's done. He needs the 1 column, and he's got a ton of hits on here. I'm going to stick with Gates Brown because I don't feel what we have on the bench here. Oh. We have Wayne Comer. Again, he batted 125, but when he did get a hit, it was against righties. And he is a 6R, but I'm going to stick with Gates Brown. So Ken Castro has joined us in the chat for the end of this game. Thank you very much. I'm going to stick with Gates Brown. Let me look once again at the Comer card. Yeah, I mean, he's awful. You got to get a 3. You got to get a 3. You get a 3. He has a homer, another homer, a decent or triple, another home. Oh, geez, you know what? If he gets a 3, so let's think this over here. Let's look at Gates Brown. If he gets a 3, it's pretty good. Gates Brown gets a 1. He's got a bunch of singles. I'm going to go with Gates Brown and hope we get. Oh God. 3. What are these? 3 or 1? 3 or 1? 3 or 1. You know what? Let's roll the dice, as we say. And Comer will come in to pinch hit for Brown. He's a 6R. What the heck? Wait a second. Wait a second. I almost made a horrible, horrible mistake. What am I doing? Holland is right-handed. He's tougher on lefties. Okay. But he's right-handed. I thought he was a lefty because I saw he's tougher on lefty. Let's not do that. Let's just stop that nonsense. Cancel. All right. Glad I looked. Damn you, dyslexia. All right. So Gates Brown 2 for 4. He's in there to try to get on. Greg Holland is a righty, tough on lefties. And Gates Brown's a lefty at the plate, tough on righties. Who shall win this battle? We shall find out. Here's the pitch to Brown. And that is a 5-3. And this will be off the Holland card. And I don't sense anything good. 5-3 to Brown. Fly ball right field. And he needs a low dice roll here, and he doesn't get it. That's a 13. But that's an F2. So Gonzalez has a beat on it. Here's the error check. And that's a 5. And that's going to be a rare play. So let's see what this rare play will be. As that ball goes out to Gonzalez, and he's racing after it. And he makes the diving catch and slides a mile. Wow, what a catch by Gonzalez, robbing Gates Brown of extra bases. And Holland just tips his cap to his right fielder, 1 down. Here comes Al Kaline. Kaline's 1 for 3, batting .529 in the project. Colorado Rockies 2 outs away from defeating the Tigers and Denny McLain. Here's the pitch to Kaline. Needs to get on. He does represent the tying run. And it is a 4-6. It's a Kaline column off the Holland card. 4-6. Will it produce fruit? And it does. He walks. So the tying run's at first, and the go-ahead run is at the plate. Willie Horton. Horton's 0 for 4. And he is glad to see all those other pitchers gone, as Horton has struck out 3 times today. Will he have better luck against Greg Holland? Horton has 2 homers and 4 RBIs in the project. If he goes yard, the Tigers will take a 1-run lead. Reynolds holding Kaline on. Here's the pitch to Willie Horton from Holland. And Horton gets a 312, and this is a Horton column, but that 12 number usually doesn't produce too well. 312. And you know what? That's a single to center. Kaline, 1 through 13, he is safe at third. We're going to hold him. So first and second, 1 out. And Jim Northrup, who has just struggled at the plate, though he did single in his last at-bat. Northrup had 21 homers and 90 RBIs with a .264 batting average in 68. Has not come to fruition so far in the project with those types of numbers. He's batting 158 with 1 ribby. Chance for Northrup to be a hero here, though. Greg Holland wants a double play ball to end the game here. Walter sets the target. Here's the pitch of Jim Northrup, and it is a 1-7. And it's a Northrup column. Is it a lucky 7? We shall see. 1-7 to Jim Northrup. And it's not lucky if you're a Tigers fan. Strike 3. Sit down, Jim Northrup. As he throws the bat. And he almost got tossed. So 2 outs. Kaline at second, Horton at first, and here's Norm Cash. Cash has cashed in twice, 2 for 4, a home run, and 2 ribbies, excuse me. Batting .235 in the project. He has 2 homers and 3 ribbies, .235. Left-handed batter. And again, Greg Holland's tough on lefties, but Cash is one of our better hitters. Runners will be off on contact. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first and Willie Horton. Moment of truth here. As Ken Castro says, Gates Brown, great pinch hitter. Yep, we're using the DH, so he got the play. And, oh, Ken Castro, interesting. That's an interesting fact about Gates Brown. Ken Castro says he's 15th on the all-time pinch hit list. Cool. All right, so people, you've joined us just in time. It is 4-3 Rockies over the 68 Tigers. McLain is in line for a loss. Cash 2 for 4 with a homer. He's looking for the 3-1 column. Moment of truth for Greg Holland. Here's the pitch to Norm Cash. And it is a 4-4. It's not a Cash column. So that's already good news if you're a Rockies fan. But it's a 4-4. Will anyone score? Fly ball to center field. And you know what? Anything 6 and under, we have a tie ball game. And it's a 10. Look at that. 10. So Cash will just get under the pitch. He missed his pitch. It's a 10. That's an F2. So Blackman has a beat on the ball. Can he make the catch now? That's the question. Here's the error check. And that is a 6, and a 1 is a 7. And this ball game's over, folks. So Cash gets under his pitch and will fly meekly out to Blackman in center. With the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. Ball game over. Greg Holland will get the save. And suffering his second loss of this project is Denny McLain, as he gave up 2 gopher balls, 2 big gopher balls by McLain in the bottom of the 6th, and then 2 more runs came across in the bottom of the 8th. When he was finally, he was relieved, tie ball game with the go-ahead run at third, and that run came in. It was his responsibility. He gets the loss. A fun game here at Coors. McLain was cruising along until the bottom of the 6th, and it all came apart here at the launching pad. Let's get the box score. Let's bring that up for you. Fit it to the screen in OBS. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if I'm going to try to make those fonts bigger, or whatever it's called. I got to fool around with that. I think you can. All right, before we go to the box score, let's say thank you. Oh, Alan Shaw's just joined us. Hope all is well with you, Alan. And Ken Castro, thank you very much. Alan says, hi, guys. Good morning from sunny Germany. Oh, Alan's in Germany. How are things in Germany? Alan says, I'm working here. Just woke up in my hotel room. Well, enjoy your day then, Alan, Ken says. Will do. I fly home tonight. We'll have a safe trip home, Alan. We look forward to you back on U.S. soil. So a safe trip, my friend. And God be with you as always. And we'll talk to you when you're back in the States. And if you're still there, give us an update on how Germany is. Are they psyched for the World Cup? They probably are. All right, let's go to the box score. This was a fun one. Denny McLain is now 3-2, and the Tigers are 3-2. McLain went 7 innings. It fell apart in the bottom of the 6th. 10 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 7, gave up 2 home runs. I want to say he has 5 gopher balls in the project. He could easily, I'm lying to you not, could easily have at least 9 or 10. He's been lucky with some of those split dice rolls. And his ERA is now 3.10. Dobson pitched the 8th. Gave up 1 hit. No runs, no walks. Struck out 2. The win goes to Oberg for the Rockies. So John Gray started the game. He only went 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 of them was earned. Walked 1, struck out 5. He wasn't pitching bad, but they yanked him because he got tired, I guess. Rusin came in the game. He went 2/3 of an inning. He didn't fare well. 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1, and he gave up a home run to Cash. And at that point, Tigers had a comfortable 4-0 lead. Oberg came in, pitched 3 1/3. He picks up the win. And he's going to be co-player of the game. 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, no runs. Holland gets a save. He pitched the top of the 9th. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. In total, Colorado Rockies struck out 11 Tiger batters. All right. So the Tigers in defeat. They fall to 3-2 in the project. Denny McLain's 3-2 after 5 starts. Stanley, 0 for 5. We played him at short to get more pop in the lineup, and the 2 games he's played at short, he doesn't get any hits. Gates Brown, 2 for 5 with a ribby. He was the DH. Kaline, 1 for 3, a run scored. Horton, 1 for 5. Northrup, 1 for 5, but he didn't come up big in the big moments. Cash, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs with a home run. He was the hitting star. Freehand, 1 for 4. Eddie Matthews has done well when we've inserted him in the lineup against the right pitching. He batted just above 200 in about 50 at-bats. I want to say he got hurt that year. He was at the end of his career anyway. But he went 2 for 3 with a run scored. He's now batting .429 in the project. Again, if you use him against the proper pitching, he gets the rolls, he's going to get hits. McCullough, 1 for 3 with a ribby. The Tigers in defeat, 38 at-bats, 4 runs, 11 hits, 4 RBIs. For the Colorado Rockies, LeMahieu, 1 for 4. Reynolds, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, an RBI. He had a homer. Blackman, the game-tying triple, 1 for 4, a run scored, and an RBI. Arenado, 2 for 4, a run scored. Para, 2 for 3, a run scored, and 3 RBIs. Player of the game, another co-player of the game. Story, 2 for 4. Tapia and Gonzalez would go a combined 0 for 7. And Walters, the catcher, 1 for 3. In victory, the Colorado Rockies will next face Bob Gibson. That's going to be fun. 33 at-bats, 5 runs, 11 hits, 5 RBIs. So once again, Denny McLain takes the loss in his 5th start. He's now 3-2 with an earned run average of 3.10. And he gave up 2 home runs, 1 to Reynolds and 1 to Para. And Norm Cash got his 2nd for the Tigers. Al, Red Sox fan, looking at the chat for one last time. As Ken Castro wishes Alan Shaw, as I did, safe travel home. And oh, Alan lives in the UK. I'm sorry, Alan. I just assumed. I'm sorry. You're right. You live in the UK. We'll have a safe trip back. You must be psyched for the World Cup. And he says, Germany is warm and sunny. So God bless, my friends. Safe trip home, Alan. Thank you to Alan and Ken. And we saw a good game here at Coors. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Don't swing at it. Watch for the big left hook. God bless and peace. Safe trip home, Alan. God bless, my friend.